Hey, what's up, good people? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. Do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe to this page if you're new. And if you haven't already, please hit that like, subscribe, and the notification bell like it's asking you to do in your lower right hand corner. Okay, it's good to be back at the desk again. I love these digs. Let's get right into it because I want to talk to you guys seriously at the end of this, right? So let's go over some key data points very briefly to talk about what's happening in this market and what happened this morning, which I did not expect. Okay, let me just go ahead right into that right now. The truth be told, I expected this morning to be red. I know some of you did, based on the geopolitical situation that's happening. I expected it to be red. So when it was green this morning in the pre-markets, I did not trust it. Leave me a comment if you did. I did not trust that green. As a matter of fact, we were live trading in Money Moves, and I suggested not to trust the market being green, and we started to come down. Now we're back down. Last I checked, the NASDAQ was down by 200 points. We'll look at it now as we are just at closing bell at the time of filming this. All right. So the U.S. stock market is experiencing high volatility session on today. We know about that. And then we're going to see what are some of the things that is causing the stock market to move. Middle East conflict and oil surge. Now oil is above $107 per barrel and could continue to increase. We know we have geopolitical uncertainty, and the Fed was talking tomorrow. Market correction and bargain hunting are some of the things that are happening. All right. Big tech is getting smacked today. Smacked, if you ask me, more than the rest of the market. Now, I'm just going to briefly go into some of the things the Fed talked about as he spoke today. His focus is on the labor market. He's talked about rate cuts, but he stated that time has come to adjust policy with the direction of travel to rate cuts depending on income data, right? Inflation assets, okay, inflation assessment, you guys could see that, right? So we know what the Fed is. This is basically the same story, if you ask me. The same story, right? Data dependent, same story. Look at the labor market. Income is tied to the labor market, if you ask me. And who has jobs, who hasn't, and who has money and who don't. And you just look at that data, and it shows if the American economy is strong or not, because we're the ones that got it propped up. Now, in times of war, there's a lot of fear that goes on, and people hold back their spending. There are people that have sold all of their stock. Some of them took a hit and then locked in their losses by selling their stock. That's okay. You do what's best for you. Everybody's not in the same situation, but everybody should not be putting the money that they need into long-term portfolios. I want to talk about that in a minute. Okay. So let's look at this. This is, we got VOO. This is QQQ and this is VTI. So QQQ, the NASDAQ, VTI, which is the total stock market, and VUG, which is Vanguard. You could see over the last month, since this war started, we're in our 5th week now, they have all went down. Let's say an average around 9%, or let's just say an average of 8.75%. They have all just whittled down. And let's see where we are right now. We closed, look at this, let me refresh that. We closed 152 points down on the NASDAQ, of course, which is tech heavy. And the S&P 500 is another negative 25 points. Now, we're not at session lows, and it is closing bell at the time that I'm filming this. We're still not at session lows. We actually rose a bit off of session lows, as we could see right here. So what I want to talk to you guys about, and then I'm gonna share a few things in money moves, is, you know what, let me do that first, and then I'll come back and talk to you guys about what I see for this market, if you care to hear it. All right, so this is what we were looking at. This is the Qs, okay, same thing as the NASDAQ. And we could see that if you zoom out, that's all it was doing from open, was selling off. As a matter of fact, while we were live, I was warning, look out for fake out breakouts. So of course, when we're doing options, we just try to wait for the first 15 minutes. As you could see, this was a pure fake out in the morning as it was going up. And then what? It dropped like a rock. But guess what? We were printing money in money moves as it dropped, right? Then it had another fake out breakout, should I say, and then another flush. And we made money all the way down, hitting all of my levels. And this is showing you how volatile this market is. We made money. As a matter of fact, let me take 30 more seconds and show you guys what we're doing here. Look at that. Someone made $723. Congratulations. What I'm saying is you can make money as the market fall. $425. You guys could see that. Followed Larry's exact levels. $230. Monica, $130, $119. You guys see it. You guys get it. All right. Yes, took profits. I was talking about don't be greedy. Another $368. You guys see it, right? I also watch, see here. So this is what I'm telling you guys when I say learn another skill. So when the market does fall, you could turn around and you can make money on the way down. That is money moves, and that's the top link below, money moves. Now, what I want to talk to you about is this, and I'm going to say something, and I know I've been talking a lot about politics. Why? That's the reason why the market is down right now. Politics is the reason why the market is down right now. And your politicians, the ones you voted for and the ones you voted against, they're the reason why this is happening. And what am I trying to do is I'm trying to educate people that don't focus on the politics, focus on where the opportunity is. And let me say something right now. It's going to be controversial to some of you guys. I really don't care because it's the truth. Donald Trump is not your problem. Okay? To some of you guys that roll with the Proud Boys, Mexican people are not your problem. All right? If you are a young black male, this is me, I keep it real, and somebody's telling you that, oh man, the white man is keeping you down, the white man is not your problem. But Larry, you bring this stuff up. I bring this stuff up to just show you guys what's controlling the market. That's controlling the market right now. It's not your problem. Somebody came on Friday and had a total meltdown, and I'm not going to put them on Front Street about you keep saying buy, buy, buy. You know, everybody ain't got money like you and da 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 da. And I can guarantee you, brother, that left that again, you spending your money somewhere. I guarantee you at the club somewhere spending money, ain't thinking about it, because that's what you're trained to do. Instead of finding another talent, whether it's me or finding another skill, you keep saying, well, you keep saying, oh, everybody ain't got money and everybody's got bills. We don't care about your bills. And I know that sounds funny coming from somebody like me that cares about people. We don't care about your bills. That left that comment. You know why? We all got bills. You're no different than anybody else. We got single mothers out there busting their butts while you laying and playing video games and complaining about what you don't have. Where were you in 2016 through 2018 while I was working a full-time job and I was driving Uber on top of that? What I'm saying to you, young man, and everybody that's listening to me is I had a video earlier today that was months ago that came up, and I kept saying, out of every dollar you have, or out of every dollar I have, I'm only putting 25% of that dollar in the market, and the rest I'm keeping in cash. But you didn't listen, and you went all in at the top, all right, to the person that complained. Now, this is a teaching lesson. So whenever you get paid, good people, and I want, if you got kids, I want you to show them this video right now while the market is red. You are trained to consume. What I'm saying to you is that if you have a plan, regardless of what happens, you could be ready. Now, the NASDAQ is down another 200 points. Am I freaking out? Nope. Over the last month, I am down over the last month, probably close to 120K. Am I freaking out? No. And did I just do nothing? No. I'm actually spending more money. That's what I'm down based on what I bought. I'm spending money in these ranges because when this market goes back up, I don't plan on just being up another 120K. I plan on being up 180K. That's how I roll. I plan on being up another 150 to 60K. That's how you make money. You buy when there's fear in the street, and not just any stock, not just a get rich stock, but solid plays, solid ETFs, solid companies that have a bright future. So again, young man that had the meltdown, talking about your bills, they don't care about your bills. No one's coming to save you. As a matter of fact, we don't care about your bills. We have bills. So quit your whining, all right? Man up and go to work and make some money, right? And if you can't afford to live the way you live, then sell something, downsize your whip, downsize your apartment or your house, and start investing. This is the truth. Now, from here on out, I'm just going to tell you guys what's happening geopolitical. I'm not even going to call any names. I know some of you got your feelings, but this is the time for us to be surgical and make money, and you're going to miss it. So again, I repeat to everybody that is just complaining and not moving, Donald Trump is not your problem. The Mexicans are not your problem. The liberals are not your problem. The conservatives are not your problem. Because if you really dig down deep, it's the rich and the poor. And they're squeezing middle America as far as income levels. All right? There is no middle anymore. It's just going to be rich and poor. And the robots are coming to take the middle class jobs. Order something. I was out of town, ordered something. The neighbor ordered something and I saw it get dropped off by a little helicopter. Just came and dropped the package. I was in the hospital visiting a friend. Rosie, the robot, came and brought the medicine. Josh and I was at a restaurant. A robot came and took our order. A robot came and served us our food, rather. So what are you going to do? You're just going to complain, or are you going to take action and do something? I know you're not used to hearing it like that, but I'm going to shoot it to you straight. Again, they're not your problem. But if you see what's happening with these money makers or the market makers, and you understand, you can't tell me that gas was going up and gold was dropping. That's manipulation. Do you complain or do you do something about it? We here at Stock Up, we are here to do something about it. And we are everybody. People that voted on every side. We don't care. All right? That's what I wanted to talk to you about. This stuff here, it's going to continue. And like I said, I expected it to be red again this morning. And we had fake out green. And now reality has set in again. Could we go lower? Absolutely. As a matter of fact, there's a better chance of us even going lower. But I'm going to continue to buy. And so every time you get paid, the person that had the meltdown, you should have been putting into the market. And then you say, oh, I need that money. Poor people think I need that money. That's a poor man's mentality. Get over it. You're not the only one with bills. We all have bills. I love you guys. All right? That's my message for today. And if you want to come and join us, come and join us. We got a lot of new people making money. But I'm still going to tell you guys the truth here. And I'm not going to get down like nobody else on this platform. And I'm going to tell you the money making truth. Now, if you are out, then now's the time to just be a time to be cashing up. But I have stated that I have a lot of money in my broker because I was only putting 25 cents of every dollar to work. And it got to the point where I was only putting 20 cents. So I have cash in my brokers. So while I was doing that, while you were at the club making it rain, we were saving, preparing for something like this. So I'm going to leave it right there. If you want to come and hear the truth and make money, then come join Money Moves or just stay here because I'm going to continue to feed you guys. But for those of you that want to moan and groan and not do anything, go find some place else to do that. This ain't the place because we're a community of winners and people that want to be winners. Love you guys. Live, love, laugh, and learn.